always a bigger fish.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
I slaughtered them like animals.
Don't want to sell me death sticks.
Then you're my enemy.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
You have your moments.
That's impossible!
You must learn control.
Keeping with the trusty adage, starve a cold, disgust a fever.
So, if you guys remember me saying that they had to get together and talk about what they were going to do about the Trashlight, well, there's a meeting about to take place with Bob Iger, people from the 7th floor at Disney, people from the 7th floor at Lucasfilm, and other people. And Kathleen Kennedy won't be there. And the reason is to discuss the devastating effect that this garbage TV show, which is now at 16% on the Rotten Tomatoes meter, which the audience score is everything in Hollywood. And if the audience score isn't above a certain number, it's just not good. Okay. So here's the deal. And Hollywood notices the fact that it looks to me that Disney's internal numbers are worse says everything. Okay. So why is this meeting happening? Well, 16% audience score. You get nothing but bashing on X, Facebook, Instagram, probably everywhere. Lucasfilm has a place, okay, an account, and that is bad. Okay, this is bad. Okay, and again, I'm gonna say, people who say Star Wars is dead are weak assholes. They're not. They don't care enough about doing the right thing and making a future brighter for our kids to fight. Okay, that's not what warriors do. Okay, we fight back. And to the people who don't think movies, books, music, etc. are important, look at the kids today and tell me they're not important. Bullshit. Okay, so Bob Iger, he can't be happy. He's got to be mad. I've been pelting him with rocks and garbage since the first episode. And obviously now he's taken notice. So he's gathered probably Dana Walden and Alan Bergman and the CFO's people to this meeting. They'll be there. And he's invited all kinds of other people too. This is a thing. I have a feeling this show will either be removed immediately from Disney Plus, or they'll dump everything and then let it die in July, at the end of July, take it out. So who represented Lucasfilm? Kathleen Kennedy was nowhere to be seen, but these guys were. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Some people were basically trying to imply the black pills that Filoni was mentoring the lesbian headlamp, and no, he wasn't. It's called being professional. All right, and in politics, in that level, you can have a knife at someone's back and just act like the friendliest human being on the planet, which is exactly what I think happened. Dave has been at this game too long. He's a company man. He knows what he's doing. And he knows that Hedlund is a fucking idiot. And there you go. So they were there. They can't be happy. They're trying to fix what's broken. And then Kennedy comes up with this shit. Okay. And It's untenable. It is literally untenable. It never should have happened. It never should have been put on Disney Plus. You've got people, whining and crying Star Wars is dead. It's like, fuck you, you can't kill an idea. And, then they turn on Dave Filoni. Now, he's a target because, look, anybody with two brain cells tied together knows that Kathleen Kennedy's out. So they need another target to boost YouTube revenue. They go after Dave Filoni. They bring his wife into it. Okay, look, the guy is a George Lucas Padawan. Leave the guy alone, okay? And I'm going to say this. There are a lot of people at this company that care about what they're doing and are pissed off right now. So stop attacking everybody, okay? And then, guess who else showed up? Or is going to show up? This guy, the maker, George. Yeah, and like I said, he can't be happy with what's going on. So he's going to be there. And I guarantee you, he won't be kind because Mr. Lucas has a reputation of getting very upset and getting very angry and having a temper. And with people that are creative, we all have that, okay? That's just the thing. And is it better that crazy's not there? I don't know about that. I think she should have had to sit there and weather the storm. I think that she should have been there and Headland to be melted like snowflakes in the Sahara. And the reason why is because they deserve face-to-face ass kickings like that for this shit. Now, again, if this thing disappears from Disney Plus, here we go. Let's talk more.
I'm very sorry about that.
Well, why didn't you tell me that's where Maris's money came from?
It's never easy. Maris's money?
Yeah. I mean, you told me that Maris's family money came from timber?
It did. It did come from timber.
Oh, that's what you really think?
Well, of course, it's true.
And that's what all of Maris's friends think, too? All those country club snobs who would kill for a good piece of dirt on someone?
What are you talking about? If her family money didn't come from timber, where did it come from? Urinal cakes?
I don't believe this. All these years.
The doyenne of Seattle's elite, looking down her nose at everyone in sight. She owes it all to this. She's managed to have her urinal cake and eat it, too.
Absolutely.
Hello, Marta. Like to speak to Maris. Oh, why not? Ah. She's in the final level of her guru's serenity training, the week-long vow of silence. Day 6. No, Marta, that's all right. She doesn't have to come to the phone. Just give her this message. I've flushed out her family secret. Hello, Maris.
I thought one just drew a pentagram on the floor and chanted, I summon thee 3 times.
Not one more crooked word. Your tongue could open a wine bottle. That's enough.
Not an agent. It's not like she worships the devil.
Well, she doesn't have to. He worships her.
So, why are they meeting? 16% audience score in Hollywood means a hell of a lot more than a critic score. The fact that no one at Lucasfilm, besides the social media people, are talking about the Trashulite. Pablo's not, Matt Martin's not, Pablo's wife is not, even though when she went to the Acolytes for, I think it was 4-episode premiere, she was very happy. She loved it. Okay, so they're not talking about it. Why? Because they know no one liked it. I have a feeling this is the first time these people have actually had to acknowledge reality. And I'm like, great, good for them. Good for them. Because had they acknowledged reality, while they were making The Force Awakens, none of this shit would happen. But here we are. We live in a completely different era now. And, I mean, look at the world. When you have Germans calling the far left Nazis, that's a big deal. And that was going on X. I read it, I laughed. When you've got the French Prime Minister, or President of France, whatever he is, a douchebag, basically having to call elections because the far right pummeled the EU leftists. When you've got the leader of Italy with a horrified look on her face when Macron kisses her hand, that's a big fucking deal. And this is why it means something here, is because the world has changed. We live in a world that started getting sick of this in 2016, which is why we elected Donald Trump. We live in a world that allowed these fuckers in 2020 to do heinous shit. Then we get garbage TV, garbage films, and the culture it's who we are. It's how we define ourselves. If you stick your nose up in the air, acting like you're above it, no, you're not. Because you are who you are because of what you grew up and read and saw and listened to as a child. Okay, I don't want to see kids grow up with this garbage, okay? This is what being a patriot's about. You go after the things you can do something about, and this is where we can, okay? Iger knows that this is, it's the Acolytes, the last thing anybody wanted to see. This is the product of 12 years of being treated like shit by this ugly bitch's minions and herself, calling us racist, bigots, phobes, whatever. Okay, you don't treat your customers like this. She has no concept of that because she's disconnected from who the audience is. And I'm not talking about the audience in the United States, but all over the world. People are fed up with this woke garbage and being treated like shit by the entertainment community, by the so-called fake elitists. And you kind of sit back and go, what do? We do what we do. We get pissed off. We mock. We don't quit. We write reviews. We confront the people that are responsible for this in their faces, all right, to make them stop, okay? We make them face reality, which is why I think Kennedy should have been there, which is why I think Leslie Headland should have been there, because these two bitches need to face reality, okay? To quote Leslie Headland, these bitches, you bitches. Well, now I'm calling out you, Leslie. You and your boss, bitches. It's over. This is Steph signing out. See you around the galaxy.